What's up, grunts? I'm Randall. This is Grunt Proof Combat Fitness. Let's go. In the combat world, it doesn't matter how much you can bench or squat. Nobody gives a shit. Absolutely zero people. You know who cares about your bench numbers? Other fat guys who can bench a lot. It's not relative to combat at all. What's going on, grunts? Grunt Proof Fitness Program, Workout 2. Today we're doing a variation of the last workout I shared. Now that body weight workout, if you do that minimum 2 times a week for a couple months, you're gonna notice some pretty awesome changes all throughout your body and overall fitness. If you happen to get bored with that one, or you just want to mix it up every now and then and include it in a running program, that's what today's all about. And there's 2 options to do this workout. The first one is you're only going to do the hard exercises, and instead of doing the light exercises, the jog, a slow jog, is your recovery time. It's active recovery. So you run a bit, do your intense exercise, one that you can do no more than 30 seconds, and then you jog. While you're jogging, as soon as you're recovered, you get down and do that next intense workout, and you keep going. So if we have 3 total exercises you're doing, you could add more intense ones if you want. You want to do each one at a minimum of 4 times. Now you are including the high intensity body weight stuff with your run mileage. Option 2, this is for the beginners. Your running is going to be your intense workout, because most likely if you're a beginner, running for more than a minute or 2, especially at a hard run, that's going to tire you out pretty quickly. So you'll start running maybe 60% of your max effort for a minute or 2, and then you'll get down and do one of the lighter movements from the last workout, which is most likely going to be an ab movement, some core stuff. You do planks, crunches, flutter kicks, whatever you want. You could just do some body weight squats, or you could do some push-ups. That is going to be your active rest, because you're no longer running, but you are getting a little bit of a movement in. You're letting your heart rate come down to pretty much to where you can talk like I am now. That means you're kind of in the endurance zone. You're ready to go into the high intensity stuff again. So just like last time, you want to do a 5 to 10 minute warm up. So I like to do some body weight stuff, light jogs. The distance you want to think about. For beginners, you're probably going to do a mile. So if you run for your warm up, that's not going to count as your overall distance with your workouts and stuff. If you're advanced, you're probably going to run over 2 miles, because if you're advanced, your warm-up, if you're running, should be a mile. You should run the first mile kind of fast, but don't wipe yourself out. You should be able to do that in less than 8 minutes. Then start the body weight running workout, and then once you've done every exercise at least 4 times, I would run another mile and then do that mile as fast as you can. So if you think you're advanced and fit, you should still be able to beat an 8-minute mile, even after doing all the body weight stuff. So if you can't even run a mile in under 9 minutes, you should call yourself a beginner, and you should start with option 2 for this workout. So I'm nice and warm. It's time to get going. I'm using my jogging as the active rest. So let's get to work, show you how this goes. So no rest. That was the high intensity move. Jumped as high as I could, landed softly, good explosive movement. Heart rate's up. Now we're just gonna jog. Let our heart rate go down a little bit. So I'm at 166 now. We're gonna let it get down to probably about 150-ish. And then we'll get to the next movement. Okay, I was a little too motivated and was running too fast. So my heart rate hasn't dropped enough, but I've been jogging for a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into my next movement. And right back to it. No rest, no screwing around. Do the exercise, get up and go. See you at the next one. So to keep the intensity up, I have to do a faster run between movements. So if you're just starting with this, you hear I'm breathing now. It's harder to talk. That's what you want. High intensity work, you shouldn't really be able to talk that much. So if you're just getting started, you'll probably be okay with a light jog, because the workout itself, the exercise, is going to be the one to bring your heart rate up, and your jog is going to be your recovery. All right, right into the next movement. Do the burpee correctly. Don't flop down on the ground. Get into the push-up position and then do a push-up. How many we do? We'll just go until we get tired. That got our heart rate up. So now we'll jog some. Yeah, 174. That's pretty good for this old guy. So now we'll jog. Let the heart rate go down a bit. And then rinse and repeat, guys. Those 3 exercises, I'll do each one another 3 times each. By then, with my finisher mile, I will probably run close to 3 miles. So again, that's more the advanced one. If you think you can handle it, try it. Let me know how it works for you. But either way, it's a great way to incorporate that very effective bodyweight conditioning workout I showed you into your running. And guys, if we're talking about combat fitness, I know a lot of meatheads hate running and they hate bodyweight stuff. But guys, in the combat world, it doesn't matter how much you can bench or squat. Nobody gives a shit. Absolutely 0 people. You know who cares about your bench numbers? Other fat guys who can bench a lot. It's not relative to combat at all. You should be relatively strong, but if you cannot move your body around and have a pretty good level of endurance, that means you can't ruck long distances. You can't patrol on rough terrain and terrible weather. And when the firefight comes, you might fall out. You might fall out on the movement home. You got to be fit to get to the fight. You got to be fit to fight. And then you got to be fit enough to get your ass and your buddies home. Sub 7 minute mile, guys. Always aim for that. Age doesn't matter. If you think you're fit, you should be able to do it. Even after a workout. The enemy doesn't give you breaks. Life doesn't give you breaks. it's too hot to train, right? You know who else says that? People who are always struggling to meet their fitness goals. It's not like I'm out here for 4 hours doing intense training on no water and a shitty diet. With that being said, know your limits and don't be afraid of pushing them every now and then. It's how you grow, man. It's the only way to grow. 704. Fail. Maybe I could blame the half-pound camera in my hand. Just kidding. Hope you learned something. I hope this helps you out. And until next video, I'll see you out there. Get fit, guys. Do it.